Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to our daily news, everyday news, breaking news on Prince Milan Entertainment TV. Subscribe to the channel. Remember, guys, follow us on all our social media platforms: Instagram, Facebook, Prince Milan Entertainment Facebook group, Prince Milan Entertainment TV. We're available on Twitter at PMilaENT. Follow us on Twitter, or we follow back. Today is the 5th of November 2021, and so today, Herald Zimbabwe have attacked Hopewell and the journalist. I'm not gonna say his surname because don't want to kanganisa without a surname. You already know which Hopewell I'm talking about, and the journalist. So it reads, political activist Hopewell fraudulently made some money and is always selling the country's image to get funding and carry flavor with his Western handlers. Not-only legislator Temba Mliswa, a political analyst, said this comes after Hopewell was yet again caught pens down after he claimed that the country was like that 2,500 Zimbabwean women die giving birth annually after using a picture of a woman who was giving birth on the roadside in what turned out to be another country. Hopewell also went on saying that Zimbabwe's biggest hospital, Paranyatwa Group of Hospitals, only has 2 maternity theaters built in 1977. Only one is working. Political analyst Mr. Colin Maradzano said the lies being spread and originated by this so-called journalist who tries on vindicativeness on anything progressive for the nation leaves a lot to be desired. Now, he is exposed for being a shameless liar, misleading citizens who deserves respect for anyone who claims to be a journalist. Isn't it time such keyboard terrorists have their day in court for championing hatred and spreading unmitigated falsehoods which have the potential to cause mayhem and despondency in the country? Now is the time for the legislator and even law enforcement agencies to scrutinize such uncalled practice which borders on irrationally as potentially security threats, where offenders should meet the full wrath of the law. There's nothing special about someone who is churning out falsehoods, which at most are breed conflicts amongst the citizenry, said Mr. Maradzano. One unique feature about the said character, Mr. Maradzano said, in his avarice for anything anti-Zimbabwean, he said time was ripped for a patriotic act which interrogates such silly tendencies which should be naturally cued at law. Another Twitter handler by the name Godai Mutongi described Hopewell as a great liar. Hopewell is a great liar. He is an anti-Zimbabwean activist who uses lies to denigrate the country. People like Hopewell are the reason why we want the entachment of the Patriotic Act to be fast-tracked. Shame on you, said Mutongi. Meanwhile, Mr. Mliswa, who once stayed in the same location with Hopewell, said the political activist is on the Western government's payroll, hence his relentless attacks on Zimbabwe. He said the journalist come political activist cloned people's cards and only escaped after cutting a deal with British authorities. I don't need to be told anything about you, Hopewell. I know you, and you know that we were together in Slough in the UK with Super, and while some of us went for double shifts, you never did. Why? Because you made money fraudulently through credit card fraud, he said, dismissing assertion by Hopewell that he is a prominent journalist who cut his teeth working at an international media organization. Mr. Mliswa said Hopewell made most of his fortune after sleeping with the devil. There was never anything special about you being a journalist as to have the kind of life you have. The reason is that you made money through credit card fraud and selling the country out to the West. Resultantly, you have protected yourself against criminal charges by bootlicking the West while attacking your own country. Your bitterness with the government is also about how you lost out on the promised ZBC CEO position. We were together in Operation Restore Legacy as you supported the new dispensation. You had been given assurance that you would take over at ZBC and had even struck some deals with foreign channels. However, that did not happen and you have become bitter, said Mliswa. This is not the first time that Hopewell has been outed as a toddling journalist. Recently, a prominent blogger on Twitter exposed how Hopewell sought out some of his fellow political activists in the hope of getting sweetheart deals with the government. That has been an inspiration for you to get on the payroll of foreign powers so as to hit back at the government. That's why you are quiet on issues to do with the whites whilst you are constantly ranting against the country. It's your insurance against criminal charges from the West. You can be a person who shoots everything about his country down. In Nigeria, Aliko Dangote has made millions, but there is no talk of capturing the state, which at times is an expression of inferiority complex. Seeing a successful black person be patriotic, said Mliskwa. On his part, Hopewell said he had no criminal record in the UK and accused Mliskwa of being the corrupt one. Unlike you, I don't make false accusations. You were deported from the UK for fraud after you took thousands from desperate Zimbabweans in an immigration scam. You have taken people's properties, including from Poles, yet you are an MP, he said. So guys, that's the latest news regarding to Hopewell and Themba Mliskwa. But there's a video also which is circulating on social media that they are now sorted their differences, and there's a small clip video which Hopewell posted on his Facebook account. They were shaking hands, but Wambo tukana on Twitter before, and so and also Herald is accusing Hopewell of selling the country to the Western governments, and he's saying with the men is nothing good to talk about when it comes to Nyaye Zimbabwe. And also a story that we did talk about here on All the Thoughts with Prince, Nyaye Yawanokazi Varikushaya, and in Zimbabwe 2,500 women who are dying each and every year because of Nyaye maternity theaters. Remember kuti panozvarwa mwana ka panoitika zvakawanda, some vane complications avanenge vanawo and vanenge vachida a theater whereby operation ifana kuitwa. But in Zimbabwe, Hopewell was saying, there's only one working theater at Harare Hospital, which is the biggest hospital in Zimbabwe, and one yacho haisi kusenza. How the government has failed to even build new maternity theaters since 1980. And Saka Hopewell had to reply to a Herald. I'm just gonna read what Hopewell wrote on his Facebook account regarding to this post, which is trending on social media, right? And so he said, "Dear Herald Zimbabwe, repeating the same propaganda for 15 years without providing any evidence, we're not full citizens. Secondly, you seem to not to know that Paranyatwa is not the biggest hospital in Zimbabwe. It is the Harare Hospital, now called Salim Mugabe. Paranyatwa is a group hospitals consist of Neanda, Kaguvi, etc. It is pathetic that as a national paper, you are not aware of this basic fact. Thirdly, it is true that 2,500 Zimbabwean women are dying giving birth annually. I didn't lie about that. It is true that the biggest hospital in Zimbabwe, Harare Hospital, only has 2 maternity theaters built in 1977. I didn't lie about that. It is true that it didn't have intravenous paracetamol in its stock. I didn't lie about that. You are lying to readers. The idea that I have done a deal with the Western governments not to prosecute me is laughable, as your allegations of card cloning are. It simply shows the world that you and your bosses are not to be taken seriously. It is laughable that a national paper published this trash. You also lie that I said the woman who gave birth in Ghana was Zimbabwean. I never said that. I correctly called her an African woman because I was not only talking about Zimbabwe but Africa. Shame on you and your bosses. This is what Hopewell have replied to the Herald Zimbabwe. Yes, on that post Hopewell didn't say this is Zimbabwe. He was just referring to as Africa, Zimbabwe included, and you were just talking in general with so many women who are dying each and every year because of Nyaya Yema maternity theaters and giving birth naturally, complications anoitika. And again, most of the governments in Africa, they are spending a lot of money on useless things like cars, whereby they can easily build more maternity theaters. So guys, katitore in the comment section. This is daily news, everyday news on breaking news. Remember to share, like, and comment. I personally do follow Hopewell. I would say 80% of the things that he always writes on social media is verified. Anenge adinyasocheka kuona kuti sure here kana atadza kucheka zvinhu zvoga, he will come and he will clarify some of the posts he posts. 20% of the things that he posts in Angu, some of the things are biased. Like for you, the man supports MDC alliance. You already know. Sometimes unongori kuside kwakwanira. Saka it is what it is. Saka katitore in the comment section. This is our daily news, everyday news on Prince Mina Entertainment TV. Irinya healthy. ID kana any debate or whatsoever. Our health system is still poor. Still need to invest a lot in terms of our health system in Zimbabwe, and yes, until then there's still a lot that the government can do kuvanduza our health system. And days ago, Vachiwenga, who is the health minister, was saying, he needs to start taxing alcohol and cigarettes to fund the health system. It is what it is. But now mari yacho kana yapo inokuzokwanisa here kushanda mune important issues like maternity theaters and everything, because we've seen that we are good at using money kune zvimwe zvinhu zvinenge zvisiri necessary. So this is a daily news, everyday news, breaking news on Prince Mina Entertainment TV. Remember guys to like, share and comment, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell so that you won't miss any of our new uploads. We upload each and every day. Let's discuss in the comment section. Bless up.